Hello, this is this, and normally I don't like doing these reply videos, but this one I have to reply to, and I don't want to, but I got to. As you know, Samuel Tickey did a video saying that the Wii U was only half-assed to compare to the Xbox 360, especially in graphics. And of course, he said a couple other dumb things like the 3DS is completely worthless and had no gains in the last few months, which is completely bullshit on that one too. But we're gonna focus on what Sam said about the Wii U being less powerful and saying that he's great for you that you got to see the 3D. I mean the Wii U's graphic power and all that. But there's a reason why Samuel Technique's video that myself personally consider it to be a troll video, and because it's just completely unviable. First of all, the CPUs. The Xbox 360 has a Xeon processor, and the Wii U will have, well, the Wii U CPU, which is basically the Power 7 processor. I know this doesn't mean much, but according to Microsoft, their next CPU for their video game console will be a Power 7 processor as well. I think they did confirm that at some point. And as for the friend codes, there is no real clarification information on that, and there hasn't been for a while. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. But, anyways, here's where I wanted to get to. The Xbox 360 runs basically a Radeon XD 1900 XT, and that's important for an extremely good reason. That's more closer, but this is about as close as I can get to the Radeon 1900 uh, XT or GT or whatever, or at least these are in the close proximity of what the Xbox 360 has, and you can see its benchmarks reach 781. Now, in order for the Wii U to have instantly your worst graphics, they would have to pick a card that can only reach maybe 800 to 2 or 800 to maybe 900. Oh well, somewhere between the in the 800 mark benchmarks, and that would make the Wii U, almost either less powerful or just equal to that of the Xbox 360. But as we all know, Xbox 360 is using something like the Radeon XD 4870. We don't know, but it's within the R700 series. And this is its benchmarks: 1737, which is pretty much close to that of the Wii U. Or at least the graphics power of the Wii U should be pulling out. Which kind of makes what Samuel Tech Geek says logically impossible. This is why everybody's considering it to be a troll video to I have no fucking clue what the fuck he's talking about video, because it just literally makes no sense. So, yeah, we're talking about a massive climb in GPU power. And the reason why Nintendo's using not a strong GPU is a couple of reasons, one of which is heat. And the main reason for the heat is that, the Xbox 360 had a full-size CPU and a full-size GPU underneath a CD tray inside of a small metal box, which basically caused that thing to cook itself and warp the board to the point that, lots and lots and lots of red rings of death. And of course, the failure of the PS3 was that they shaved down the GPU on their on their console so much that basically most the good part of the the graphics processing was being done by the cell processor, and they had a full size cell processor. I mean, completely full packaged. I mean, in the Xbox 360 they shaved it down because they didn't really need all that shit. But in the PS3 they went for full size economic insanity, which was just outright what the fuck. But anyways, and by the way, if you remember, there was a bunch of other people complaining about the Wii U's graphic powers, and then they were quietly shut up once people, who put custom PCs together, basically showed them the benchmarks and said what you said is logically impossible. And they did the right thing. They pretty much shut up because they look like fucking idiots. Oh, and the PS3 also had a bad heatsink on their CPU side, so basically the cell's processors basically cooked themselves. Way to go, Sony. That's just some. And if you're gonna say, oh, maybe the Wii U's doing the same thing that they shaved off as their graphic powers, they're gonna have to shave off quite a bit to drop that thing below 1,000. I mean, it's going to be shaved. I mean, if you're going to shave down the benchmarks, you're going to have to shave it down to almost non existence levels, which also makes that, with Samuel Tech Geek, impossible on what he just said. And yeah, the Xbox 360 and the Wii U basically had the same type of CPU, and just the Wii U has a more better one now with, I think it's dual core, which by the way also makes the whole logic of shaving down the GPU down to almost non-existence levels kind of even stupid if they're going to depend on a CPU. Quad core processor would basically it would be the Wii U would basically be outright unplayable, which is technically impossible at this point. But they had the same type of CPU or in the same family of CPU and GPU. And the Wii U will at least has been noted to at least have 1 to 1.5 gigs of RAM, which the iPad has like 1 gig of RAM in it now, and Xbox 360 I think has 152 or no 512 megabytes of RAM, which is about the on par with the iPod and the iPod Touch and the iPhones. For some reason, Apple hasn't updated their iPhones yet, which makes logically no sense, but there you go. Well, that's it. Thank you.